Well, curling teams from all over Minnesota flocked to the Crow County Fairgrounds for the 2025 Minnesota Senior Men's Bonspiel earlier this month. Hosted through the Brainerd Curling Club, reporter Miles Walker has more on both the competition and camaraderie on display at the annual event in this week's Northwoods Experience.
Every year, the Minnesota Senior Men's Bonspiel brings 20 of the state's finest teams together, many of which with players having decades worth of curling experience, for a weekend spent fully immersed in the sport.
The traditional game is an 8-end game or a 6-end game, and which that means you go back and forth on the ice a complete 8 times. Each player throws 2 rocks. You have 16 rocks, 8 on each team. Then once you've completed throwing all of the rocks, whoever is closest to the center will score and will ultimately be the winner if you do it enough times.
The Bonspiel is broken down into 3 classes. Seniors, those 50 years old and older, super seniors, ages 65 and older, and lastly, the Masters, for those 70 and older.
One of the big features of the game is I'm 76 years old and I'm still able to play the game. Can I play baseball anymore? Not so much. Would I want to be wearing a football uniform? Not so much. But this game, we can play it now until you can't walk anymore. Every club will open up and have you come and play. No question about it.
And much like any tournament, every team in attendance has its eyes on first place.
It's just the nature. I'm very competitive and played many years. We've won their early Bonspiel quite a few years. Most of the games are competitive. They are close. We lost in the finals last year of this tournament in Bemidji. Hopefully we can win this year and not end up second again.
The Minnesota State Senior Men's Bonspiel at the Crow County Fairgrounds in Brainerd is an annual tradition for the curlers. As while the competitive juices are always flowing, the main takeaway is the camaraderie the fellow curlers exhibit both before and after the games.
Curling is a friendly game. You shake the hand of the person you're playing before the game and you shake hands after the game also.
At the senior level, no question, it's about the camaraderie. And at the end of this, everybody will go home back to their respective clubs, and then we'll all wait to do it again next year.
Reporting in Brainerd with this week's Northwoods Experience, Miles Walker, Lakeland News.
Many of the teams from the Minnesota Bonspiel will also be competing in the Senior Men's National Bonspiel in Wisconsin next month.
Northwoods Experience is sponsored in part by LVI Supply, providing the Bemidji area with industrial products and equipment sales and service. More info at 218-444-3930 or lvisupply.com. Lakeland News is a nonprofit news organization. Donate to Lakeland PBS today to support your local news team.